What is the next step of the operation?
The squid.
Bigfoot needs no introduction. You all know who he is. You got the classic Sasquatch, the Yeti, Momo, the skunk ape. And although there are countless eyewitness stories about Bigfoot humping their dogs deep in the Appalachian Mountains,
well, he was what I would call a Sasquatch. A lot of people make fun of me, but I don't care. I know it's there.
one thing that always seemed inconsistent was the lore. What is the true purpose of the feats? What are their goals, their aspirations? What is their culture? Are they different than Siberian Sasquatches? But what about the Siberian Sasquatches compared to the Yetis? How stinky are the skunk apes? Well, I am pleased to announce that I have the answers. Although I will warn you, sometimes, and especially in this case, truth is stranger than fiction. Searching for Sasquatch, Bigfoot Mindspeak is the craziest fucking documentary I've ever seen. I don't even know how to, introduce this. This is just
That is one big pile of shit.
well, let's just get into it.
Welcome to Searching for Sasquatch Special Edition. In this documentary, I'm going to be talking with Robin Haynes McCrae.
This is Jason Kenzie. The man, the myth, the fucking mystery. I can't find anything on this guy. I mean, I didn't really look that hard, but either way, all I could find was his website that's copywritten 2005, and besides a couple pictures of weddings, pets from below, and children's books, I got nothing.
Sit back, eat your popcorn, and enjoy this documentary. Robin Haynes McCrae gained national interest and intrigue when a news article announced her telepathic relationships with a group of Bigfoot that lived behind her house. Robin claimed these unique creatures were her friends, and she would offer them homemade blueberry bagels. Robin has an extraordinary gift known in the Bigfoot community as Mindspeak. Mindspeak is a form of telepathy in which humans
let's just take a
communicate with each other.
fucking pause here, please. Jesus Christ.
Oh, this is exciting. I'm going to be meeting Robin. She mind speaks with these Bigfoots. I'm very excited to meet her. Hi, Robin.
Hi.
Hi, how are
Great
you?
To see you.
Good to see you.
Tactical nuke incoming!
Start from the beginning and just tell me the story. You don't have to go into extreme detail.
Okay. And that I talk to them all the time. I've always spoken telepathically with them.
No, I'm not sure how much I can actually show due to copyright reasons, but who fucking cares? I'm not making money off this anyway. So basically, she talks about how ever since she was a toddler, she's been able to talk to these big, hairy men taller than her dad, and instead of beating the stupid out of her like any normal parent would do, instead, they just told her, this is something we don't know. We don't know how to help you, sweetie, because we just don't know the big hairy men.
You know, I think the dog, and I remember the dogmen were around. I mean, more prominent the Bigfoot were.
The fucking what? Yeah, you heard that right. The fucking dogmen have just entered the picture, but she just drops it, and you have to wait another 20 minutes through this Appalachian psychosis before she explains just what the hell the dogmen are.
You really gotta watch this shit. I can't show you all the craziness, dude. You just gotta see this shit for yourself.
And at one point, I'd been even taken through a portal at one time.
Oh, wow. So what was on the other side of the portal?
Where they lived. And it was unpenetrable. You could not get in it. It was not possible. I couldn't get in it.
So with the portal,
Yeah. They
you
told me.
You said that you couldn't get into it.
No,
But didn't you go through it?
Yeah, I did. They had told me to come out into the woods, and this was 11:30, 12 o'clock at night. I called somebody to come stay with my kids, and now I'm going to go out in the woods.
Mother of the fucking year. Hey, Rachel. Hey, it's Robin. I know it's 11:30, 12 o'clock at night, but listen, I've been summoned into the woods. I need you to watch my kids, alright? I'll be just a few hours gone in the woods, and then I'll come right back. I just need you to watch my kids while I go out there. No, I don't need no help. I got it, okay? I know where I'm going. They've told me. Alright, so I'll see you in 15 then? Okay, bye.
Such a dense wooded area, you could not get in. And they kept telling me, just put your hands on the bush, put your hands on the bush. So I put my hands on the bush. I saw a couple gray flecks here and there, and next thing you knew, I was standing on the inside.
So these Sasquatches were beside you.
Yeah.
And how big are they?
I would say 8 to 9 feet, the male was, the female slightly smaller, and then there was a small little girl, and she was about that tall.
Wow.
Alright, to make a long-ass story short, she finds the nest and basically describes it as this interwoven hut, 20 feet wide and long and all that shit. And it was raining too. Wow, what do you know? She went out into the woods during a rainstorm, leaving her children at home and going off of nothing but this psychic bullshit that she will find the answer she seeks.
Leave your children at home. Succumb to the water. Find me.
But luckily for her, the Bigfoot hut was completely dry. After a few minutes, she hears her friends calling to her from beyond the forested gate, and she turns and sees several Bigfoot looking right at her. She then explains that the Bigfoot are able to speak any language, and that they have their own language as well.
They have their own language.
Japanese?
Well, if they wanted to.
So if you asked them to speak Japanese, they would. So what are some of the conversations that you have with Bigfoot?
When I talk to them? Pretty
Because
much.
if I was able to mind speak with
Right.
one of these Bigfoots, I would probably say, please do not eat my dog.
I've had that conversation.
Robin, you are just a delight. Now if you can fucking believe it, it's about to just go off the rails. You thought it was just nonsense, just schizo talk before? Holy shit, are you in for a fucking treat, dude?
No.
You have flat tire.
No, I have a lot of UFO activity, ET activity, a lot of activity from various things. I recently had COVID, and I had it for 9 weeks. I had severe COVID. I honestly didn't think I was going to make it. My husband and a friend of mine, we work on this stuff together. We have a plan, in fact, where you just tell the other person you're in trouble. We know which foots to get hold of.
Get me Tony.
Yeah.
No, I hate Frank.
Yeah, this one's a healer.
No,
I
Frank.
want this one.
Tony,
Yeah.
get Tony.
And so they sent 3 healers, and I remember when they got there because I heard a humming, and then I felt pressure on my legs like they had put their hands on me, and I heard like a humming noise and a chant. And they told me if I survived, I'd be in intensive care for 6 months and probably in rehab in the hospital for 6. I was out of intensive care in 12 hours and home in less than 24.
Really?
Yeah, they've never to this day been able to.
You know what? I don't know if I want to have like Bigfoots around my property. Because I would be like, okay, who pooped here? Who pooped here?
You know, you get used to it.
Oh, crap! He just took a huge shit!
So, I'm gonna summarize her Russia story because it's kinda boring. Plus, I've already been watching this documentary for 3 weeks straight while working on this video, and I'm getting sick of it.
Please do not kill me. Please. I taste terrible.
Yeah, but I'm not the white meat you think I am. But no, the thing was my son was coming through the woods, and we...
Robin got invited by Igor Burtsev to the International Scientific Conference in Siberia. Wow. To be honest, I couldn't find a standalone picture of Igor, so let's just say it's this guy. She was a contactee, meaning she was the only person there who didn't have a PhD in fairy dust or pyramid power or some other dumb shit. Quick side note, I never heard the term contactee before watching this documentary, so out of curiosity, I looked up exactly what it means. I don't know, I just had this weird feeling about the term. Apparently, it refers to someone who has been contacted by aliens through abduction. There's definitely a joke in there somewhere. I like to think when she was taken up to the mothership, the aliens just shoved a babblefish from Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy up her ass. Only the fish was a little autistic and now she only understands big feet. So everyone at the conference goes out to visit Asshole Cave. Ah, Jesus Christ, what am I doing with my fucking life? On the way there, Robin claims they're all being followed by Russian feet. Specifically, this black Bigfoot teenager. Yeah, I don't know how having black fur is gonna help you camouflage in the white, snowy Siberian outback, or whatever the hell it's called. It tries talking to her in Russian, but as I mentioned before, sadly her babblefish is too autistic to translate Russian to English, so she asks the foot to speak in English, which it does. Wow. The group finds a footprint in the mud, but Robin knows better. You see, she's just built different and kept wandering around off the paths, just getting lost and shit. And eventually she found a ton of footprints. Lucky her, I guess. They eventually make it to Asshole Cave. Fuck me. The whole time she can still sense the Bigfoots watching the group. In the center of the cave is this nest-like bedding. Towards the back of the cave is this like smaller indented part, a little like room or something. Suddenly, Robin has a brain blast, and she's told that that's where the Bigfoot go to squirt out their little feetlings. Yep, you got it right. It's a Bigfoot birthing chamber. Just let that image simmer in the back of your mind for a little bit. After returning to the US, she gets another brain blast from and she quickly calls Igor, asking if anyone is in the cave or planning on going to the cave. He tells her yes, there's gonna be another expedition going out there soon. She warns Igor about her mind message, saying there's some female Bigfoots wanting to give birth to their little abominations of God there in the cave, and that people need to stay away from it or else the consequences would be dire. Igor's like, okay, and tells the Russian government to fuck off or something, and I guess that's just what happens. I don't fucking know. I'm so proud of you, Robin.
What's the chances tonight that we might actually get an experience?
I don't know. Like I said, if they don't like being chased around, that's the whole thing. Get a campfire, sit down, play some music, roast some food, laugh. Their whole being, I mean, they...
Now, before we go any further with the video, I need to make a quick announcement. This video is sponsored by Pringles Minecraft special flavors, specifically the spicy TNT edition. Sadly, I only got to get the suspicious stew flavor only a couple times when that was out, which really broke my heart because I really like that flavor. But luckily, we have Minecraft spicy TNT flavored Pringles, only $1.25 at your local Dollar Tree. Thank you so much to Pringles and Yum Food Corp for sponsoring this video. And now let's get back to the schizophrenia. So we have finally come to my favorite part of this whole documentary. This next little bit was the reason why I wanted to make this video in the first place, actually. You see, there's a constant battle going on that we're all unaware of. An eternal battle of spiritual forces beyond our comprehension, where the future and even the souls of all mankind are at stake. I'm talking about the Bigfoot Wars.
Are there, like some researchers believe there is somewhat a Bigfoot war going on amongst different Bigfoots?
Yes, and it depends, okay? Just like we have problems with people in other countries, okay? They do as well, and it doesn't necessarily be a country. Like certain clans may not get along. When you have a home, you may get along with this neighbor, but you don't get along with that neighbor. Okay, as far as the big battle, it's not limited right now, and I've been working on this for 3 years. It is not limited to exclusively Bigfoots, okay? Everything is being fought here. And it's much more in-depth than what people realize, okay? It's not just the Bigfoot against the Bigfoot. It is the Bigfoot, the dogmen, the ETs, the lizard
men, how many different types of Bigfoots are there that you know of?
Yeah, so unfortunately, she only talks about it for like 30 seconds, but when I heard her dump this insanely interesting lore, then just move right along thanks to Jason's dumbass questions, I just knew I had to share this fascinating piece of gonzo journalism with the world. We got cat people, dog people, ETs, fucking reptilians, what the fuck is going on? You probably got players like the Mothman Confederacy, Hodags, a Loch Ness Monster fucking Navy, and a secret cabal of Loveland frogmen. Jesus Christ. Seriously, Jason just completely derails one of the best lore dumps in Squatch in history, and Robin just starts talking about how big feet can look different. I guess some have cone heads while others look more human, and she knows this because of the sample she sent off to the USPCA or some shit, and it came back half human and half unknown genome, and that's because big feet are descendants of alien star people, and the Bigfoot Genome Project, and Bigfoot Genome Project, and Bigfoot Genome Project, and Bigfoot Genome Project. Jesus, I'm just getting ahead of myself.
Rocket launcher.
I
Okay.
want to say thank you so much,
You're so
Robin.
welcome.
You're awesome.
Oh,
and,
thanks.
You know, I can't wait. We're going to go out tonight.
Yep.
And we're going to see if we can find any evidence of Bigfoot. She's going to mind speak with a couple, and this is going to be amazing. All right, well, let's
Okay,
get
let's
going.
do it.
Let's go. As the man in the moon rises high into the dark sky, he peers down on Robin
Interrupting
and I
Frog says what?
as we venture into the forest where she believes these Bigfoot are hanging out.
So I'm just gonna let you guys know, spoiler alert, they only spend about 3 minutes in the woods and they don't find anything. Nothing happens. Nothing ever happens in these kinds of documentaries.
So is he talking to you?
Yeah. Yeah, he's kind of scared right now.
Scared? He's the one that's 9 feet tall. And
No,
covered in
this
hair.
one is between 7 to 8 foot tall.
Really?
Yeah, it's a black male. He's a little older than adolescents. He would be like early 20s, like 21.
Closer to it.
Jason, there's one over here. His name is Narabi. He says he's not alone. He's with his family, and he's going that way. You guys need to go down that way with the thermal because he's going to go that way.
Okay, he's scared.
No. Look, I saw eyeshine peek right open there.
I'm scared to close
right
my
there,
eyes.
Right there. See it? See it?
I'm scared to open them.
See something? Yeah. Right now, keep it looking over that way. Right there. Right there, I saw. See, that looks like a tree structure right there. Oh, it went over here. I saw it over there. Fuck, these things move so fast. I wish I could have spent more time here showing you the creature that I clearly saw standing, then dropping to the ground, only a few feet from me. You must wait till my next full-feature Bigfoot documentary, number 6, to experience the excitement.
Yeah, no, I'm good. I'm not gonna cover Searching for Sasquatch 6 in this video, mainly because Robin's part is the last 30 minutes of it, and again, they just walk around in the woods and nothing happens.
I'm with Robin. You know Robin. Who's next to me? Who's next to me? Hey. Okay.
So sadly, we're only about half an hour into the documentary, and the last 45 minutes, they just drag on. At this point, I'm honestly just in the mood for a one-way trip to the Appalachian Mountains. No shoes, I'm just gonna walk in. I'm just going. For the rest of the documentary, she just sits by herself and talks about all these crazy Bigfoot conspiracies, like the Bigfoot Genome Project.
I asked them several years before the Sasquatch Genome Project what they were. I asked the one that I trusted the most. It was nighttime and he looked at me, he was standing outside of the woods, and he pointed to me and he said, "We're human like you," and then he pointed up to the sky and said, "And star people."
Well, there you have it, guys, the ultimate revelation. Big feet are human alien hybrids. Or excuse me, they're not aliens, it's just an unknown genome. They're star people, which aren't ETs or I don't fucking know, dude.
Because it is a scientific study, which is, by the way, is completely legit, it's a scientific approach to it. So you have on the mitochondrial side the mother, who is human. The father's side, however, came back unknown, and that's absolutely correct, because when you're doing that study, you have to compare these genomes and the DNA with what is in GenBank. and in other resources to compare it to. And in those resources, you don't have ET DNA. The government does, but that's not open to the regular scientists, or if they are, I'm not aware of which ones would have that.
Robin, I don't think you need to know what all the government has, okay? When it comes to internal affairs and national security, I seriously doubt they're going to give any information on whether or not the government has Bigfoot, ET, or cat people DNA to a random woman who claims she can telepathically speak to Big Feet. I'm just saying.
The study showed that on the father's side, it was unknown because of not being able to find anything in GenBank to compare it to. My results, as far as what I believe they are and what I know in my heart they are, come directly from the Sasquatch. They were the ones that told me that. I didn't play guesswork.
Again, we're gonna skip ahead about 15 minutes because as she talks more about the Bigfoot Genome Project, she ends up completely retelling the entire Russia story. The only new information we get from this is that the, and I quote, study happened in the late 80s. After that, she talks about how the Bigfoot are worried about the global climate crisis because you can't have a documentary about psychic Bigfoots without bringing up real world problems. I really don't blame the Big Feet for hiding from humans. We fucking suck. Now, did you know that Big Feet have superpowers? Because Robin does.
The Bigfoot do not all use paranormal abilities. They all have them. They are taught about them through their parents. They'll all speak telepathically, doesn't matter which kind. I ran across some that had no idea that they could cloak. They raise the vibrations and they bend the light. They do a shimmer where it looks like the predator effect.
Do it! Do it! Come on, kill me! I'm here! Come on! Do it now! Kill me!
But not all clans will do that. Some are more primitive, where they'll use the Mindspeak, but they don't want to use any of the paranormal abilities. Then you have other clans that use every paranormal ability, from levitation, you know, to...
They can levitate how high?
I have certainly never measured it. I know that they can go higher than that. I'm not going to say you're going to see them levitating 20 feet in the air, but like to get up to a 2-story window, absolutely.
Some eyewitnesses say that they have seen Bigfoot running with Greys. You know, the aliens. Do they all get along?
No.
Again with the fucking aliens!
The experiences that I have had with them have been good and bad. I've dealt with good ETs and bad. Pictures of the Bigfoot out in my yard, and then I have pictures of ETs in the bushes at the same time. I also have pictures of cat people that are in the same area while they're all around.
With the dogmen.
With the dogmen. You know, my opinion of what a dogman is, and I have nothing to base this on, this has not been a scientific, you know, thing, but the Bigfoot are a human hybrid. So, in my opinion, going by what they told me, not the study, but what they told me, they're human and ET. So when you get the dogman, then you're looking at a three-way split. You're looking at canine, human, ET. I have a photo of a lizard man in my backyard, so that would be a reptile, a human, a ET. A cat person would be feline, human, and ET. They're all created.
People mating with cats? And then...
No, these are hybrids that, no. Now, can that happen?
I don't like where this is going.
I have not had that experience. Have I spoke to people that have had experiences or know people that has happened? Yes. Well, it's not often, and it's also forbidden in their law.
Well, thank God for that, Robin. Before we dive too deep into cat fucking, let's move on. Robin never ceases to amaze me. I've said it before, I've said it once, I'll say it again. I love her. I love my girl. Truly on par with the likes of Bob Lazar or Terrence McKenna. Now we're finally coming to the end of the documentary, and the last topic is definitely a doozy. Have you ever been walking around in the woods and you feel like something's wrong, something's not quite right, like there's eyes on the back of your neck? Well, make sure you hang on to your kids, because apparently Big Feet will steal your children.
Do you think there's any truth behind Bigfoot and 411? Do you think these creatures are actually kidnapping people and kids?
Not all of them, but yes, some of them it is. Have I spoke to a Bigfoot that has been involved in those before? I have. And that's like as far as I would want to go to speak about it.
Well, as we've seen before, we know that's not true. Our final topic is Bigfoot stealing children.
We're in the house, we're making dinner, we're doing whatever we're doing, and a child is just outside in the yard, not far away, within view of someone in the home, but it's outside by itself. A Bigfoot were to look at that and look at it and say, that is a child without a clan. That's a child that's in need. And they would take that child with the intent of not to harm, but to raise.
You know, I would love to see a movie about a child being raised by Bigfoot. Like, I bet that would honestly be an acid trip in itself. Wait, what? Oh, it's a thing. Oh my god, I have to see this. Oh my fucking god.
The other part of it is, you know, we have pedophiles that kidnap children all the time.
Oh god, dude, don't fucking tell me.
They have the same type. I mean, there are some that will do that just because they are bad. So you have those two things that kind of work against it when they grab a child.
So what's Robin's final message for us viewers at home?
A very large male Sasquatch had come up to me and put his hand on my arm and was mentally talking to me. I kept remembering looking at him and saying, this is the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen in my entire life. It was just incredible.
What color were they?
His were like a deep brown, almost a golden color.
Wow.
And it was just incredible.
Okay, I think this is good. I think I got everything. Well, wasn't that exciting?
No. I'm truly at a loss for what to say about this documentary. Absolute insanity. You gotta go watch it for yourself. It's truly fascinating. Funny story how I found this documentary. A few years ago, me and my girlfriend went to our friend's cat's birthday party. They were like, you guys wanna watch a documentary about a gay autistic man hunting Bigfoot? And we were like, fuck yeah. And the rest is history. Good times. Good weed, too. It's crazy. There's literally 16 searching for Sasquatches. Hell, searching for Sasquatch 14, Terror in the Woods, came out while I was making this damn video. Maybe I'll watch another episode someday in the very far, not anytime soon whatsoever, far off future. One thing is certain, though, Jason won't be stopping for nothing anytime soon.
I'm on my way to go searching for the cat people.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Well, I found them. Hi, I love you. Mwah.
I want to thank everyone for watching, and of course, this video is just a joke. I honestly loved every second of this wild ride, and Jason is definitely an interesting character, and a pretty funny guy. I mean, he's doing a lot more with his life than me. This fucker's out here running around in the woods looking for a monkey man while I'm sitting on my ass watching him do it. Who's the real winner here? Anyways, that's it. Later, losers!
Are there gay Bigfoots?
Absolutely. 100%, yeah. And, but I